And now, a commencement address, and we look forward to this, and congratulations to Ms. Sarah Freeman.
Good evening. When I think back on my 4 years of high school, much of what I remember are the classes I took, the tests I studied for, the formulas I memorized, and the books I read. However, I remember more vividly the lessons we have learned from the unofficial curriculum at LS. How to manage a first lunch fiasco, answer questions in class without missing a text message, and even how to choose between Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks. But the most memorable of all my lessons here were the lessons on laughter that we taught each other. American author Ken Kesey once said, "When you lose your laugh, you lose your footing." I learned Kesey's lesson on my very first day at LS, when I lost my footing, but found my laugh. As an overwhelmed and underrepresented Lincolnite, I was hoping desperately to find a few familiar faces in a sea of Sudburyans, and of course, to not embarrass myself into social oblivion. Scanning the crowd for any other Lincoln students, I was lucky to have laid eyes upon Michael Marullo, standing outside the cafeteria in a t-shirt with Italian stallion emblazoned across the chest. True. Unfortunately, with my gaze locked on Michael, I failed to see the wayward backpack on the floor between us. Needless to say, my nose, along with my chance at making friends, was soon face to face with the cold cafeteria floor. As the laughter grew louder and louder, I did the only thing I could think of. I started laughing too. Looking back, I can now say that the Italian stallion incident would not be the last time, literally or figuratively, that I fell on my face in high school. But it was the first time that this class would teach me the most important lesson of my 4 years here, the power of laughter. Over the years, we, the class of 2009, have shared much laughter. We've seen football players riding toy ponies around senior spot, killer bees infesting the senior spot, 18-year-olds rapidly becoming 5-year-olds, and some clothing that really should have stayed in the 80s. We've seen a Santa Claus face-off, a sea of phloem, a senior spot takeover by Laxer Bros, comical genius on stage in the Kirchner Auditorium, and of course, Richard Simmons reincarnated. We've seen each other fall and then rise again, and through it all we have laughed. We have all lost our footing at times, but we never lost our laugh. So as we leave LS and head out into the larger world, we must remember the lessons we have learned on laughter. I can almost guarantee that at some point in our lives, we will feel the way I did my first day. Who knows, maybe someone will even trip across the stage tonight. But if we keep laughing through our stumbles, our mistakes, our setbacks, and our disappointments, I trust that we will lead fuller lives. If we realize now that we shouldn't be afraid of falling or of failing, we'll be able to jump higher and reach farther for the things we wish to achieve. With laughter, we will keep life's greatest challenges in perspective. So as you walk, skip, run, or even stumble across the stage, I hope that you will remember the lessons we have taught each other from our first day of freshman year up through this evening. For in the end, it is not the setbacks in our lives that will define us, but the manner with which we meet adversity that will determine our character. And if we keep laughter in our hearts as we move forward, we will be able to look back at the end of life's journey and laugh again, not as a mask for embarrassment, but in a celebration of joy, of satisfaction, of fulfillment, of a life well lived. Congratulations to the class of 2009.